Hello, everyone, and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we're welcoming Rebecca Kofman. She is the interim safe and clean manager with the city of Ventura. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Great. Today, we're going to talk more about the winter weather response plan the city has for the unhoused individuals here in Ventura. And we'd like to hear more about this program, which is also co-sponsored by the River Community Church. We'd like to mention that too, and is currently now underway. So we'd like to get more information about it. And I hope you can talk a little bit more about what the program is all about.
Definitely. So essentially from now until March 31st of next year, we will be running what we're calling the winter weather response plan. And that entails any time that the weather is projected to be under 40 degrees overnight, or if there's projected over a ½ inch of rain, we will activate the winter weather response plan.
Okay, so tell us about your role with this project and what it's all about. Now that it's in its second year running, I'd like to find out a little bit more about how your role is affected by this program also.
Definitely. So I'm actually a corporal with the Ventura Police Department, but I've been temporarily placed in City Hall under the city manager's office as the interim safe and clean manager. And you might be wondering why a police corporal is working as the safe and clean manager, but I've been with the city for 8.5 years and working as a police officer that entire time. And for 4 years of my career, I worked with the Patrol Task Force. I could tell you a little more about the Patrol Task Force if you would like.
Well, it's good. I just wanted to get an idea of how your role here affects the program and how it lends itself to, working with it.
Yeah, so essentially, I'm working in partnership with the River Church and Pastor Jim Duran. And so whenever, we'll be monitoring the weather over the next 3 or 4 months. And whenever the weather is projected to meet the criteria I stated before, then we'll activate this plan. And when we activate it, then we have a group of volunteers that come together. We meet at the River Community Church and we do the intake at the River Community Church.
Well, with this, the winter season temperatures, as they start to drop and then we get the rainy season, we're going to see more problems out there for many of these people who are vulnerable and unhoused. So we'd like to get an idea from you exactly what you're going to be doing for these people and how it will make a difference. So maybe you can tell us some of the plans that are underway for them.
Definitely. So when we activate the plan, we will have up to 20 motel rooms for our most vulnerable individuals. So it will have priority for people who are 65 and older or people with chronic health conditions. If we go through the intake and we don't meet the 20 rooms with our priority individuals, then we'll give the rest of the rooms to individuals who come on a first come, first served basis.
Right. And as you mentioned, the outreach and support of these people and, making sure that they're well cared for, especially the older individuals, 65 and older, really can make a difference out there for them. So I know that you provide a lot of outreach program information as well as packs for them, these safety packs that you have available. And they're Stay Warm safety packs. So I'd like you to tell us about that and what that entails and how many people get these and what consists in a safety warm pack.
Definitely. So right now we're in the process of getting donations and collecting donations for these Stay Warm packs, which consist of tarps, blankets, rain ponchos, jackets, socks, toiletries, snacks, and that will all be packaged in a backpack or a bag so that they have it as a kind of to-go thing. So for the individuals that we can't provide a motel room, unfortunately, for, we'll be able to provide those to them and hand those out so that they have something to take with them and, keep warm through the inclement weather.
Right. And that really makes a difference for some of these people who are on the street and they really need, so let's say a blanket or a tarp or something to stay warm. How do you go about getting all these items?
So we are collecting them through donations, and the donations are being collected at the River Community Church.
Okay.
So if any community member wishes to drop by some of those either new or gently used items, they can drop them off at the River Church. And the address is 859 East Santa Clara Street here in Ventura.
So basically people can donate whatever they feel they can give and bring it over to the church. And these items will be put together and put in these stay warm safety packs for them throughout the winter season, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. So any donations of, like I said, backpacks, blankets, ponchos, jackets, socks, toiletries, and non-perishable food items would be greatly appreciated so that we can have these packs ready to go for these individuals.
What about monetary donations? Is that accepted too?
Definitely. Yeah. So the River Community Church is also accepting the monetary donations and handling that fund for the city. Okay. So if you would like to make a monetary donation, you can mail checks to the River Community Church and just write foul weather in the memo line so they know where the funds are going to.
And that's always a big help too. That really makes a difference. Yes. So for those unable to secure temporary shelter, what are some of the other resources that are available? In the event that they can't get a shelter to go to, do they offer maybe hotel rooms or anything else like that in the area where they can house these people instead of a shelter if the shelter is too full?
Yeah, so right now, unless the weather conditions are met, that's the only time that the city was providing those hotel rooms. We've decided, either a half inch of rain or temperatures under 40 degrees overnight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But then otherwise, we do have our city's homeless shelter, which is the Art Shelter, which receives funding from both the city and the county. But unfortunately, right now, we're at a little bit of limited capacity just due to coronavirus and some limitations from public health right now.
Okay.
We're working on getting that back up to full capacity.
So you also mentioned that those that are seniors and 65 and older would be given preference. What about when the temperature drops and when it's really bad out? Do those people also get accommodations for a hotel room if the shelters are full?
Yeah, so right now we do have funding just for the 20 motel rooms.
Okay.
With the winter weather response plan. And then the additional, if there were any more people than 20, unfortunately, we would just send them with a stay warm pack and, encourage them to come back the next night, because it doesn't always mean that maybe there's only 19 people the next night who come for a hotel room and that 20th person could.
Right. And the important thing is that many of these people get the care they need. And certainly if the temperature is really bad and the rain is bad, that they do have a warm shelter or housing to go to. That is the program effort. I'm assuming that, that you really want to get out there.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And give us some more information about the information people can get on this program, where they can go to for additional information. And if they do want to donate, maybe that information is also included as well.
Yeah, definitely. So for any further information, people can go to our city's website. It's www.cityofventura.ca.gov/homeless efforts. And then on that page, there's a bunch of great resources. There's a link to our winter weather response plan. You could click on that. It has all the information about the stay warm packs, donations, the locations where you can give the donations, and also a link to the River Community Church, where you can find a picture of me and Pastor Jim together for the winter I think on their website it says foul weather. And then you can also volunteer or sign up to volunteer when we do activate the shelters to help out with, either the intake or passing out the stay warm packs. But the city website is also a great place to go if you're looking for, different places to donate other than the winter weather response plan.
Okay.
And, there's a frequently asked questions section there. And then also, if anyone cares to ask more questions or contact me, then they can always send me an email. My email address is rkofman, Kofman, at cityofventura.ca.gov.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so very much, Rebecca Kofman from the City of Ventura, for sharing all this very helpful information. We want to keep everybody safe and warm during the winter months, and this is a great program that will make sure that that happens. Thank you very much for sharing all this with us.
Thank you, Sandra.
Great. And thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. See you next time. Bye, everyone.